Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Ariana, and for today's Zodiac slime session, we're going to be learning about a most forgotten part of Aquarius, and that is its most common element, air. And today we're going to check out slime that's actually surprisingly associated with the element of Aquarius. So, what exactly is cherry fluff? And why or how is this mostly associated with the element of air? Well, we're about to find out right now. So, if you're ready, find somewhere you can sit back and enjoy the show, and let's get right into it. All right, so hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. And today we're gonna be learning about Aquarius. We're gonna, getting into a more deeper, more solid, sophisticated fact about Aquarius. As you know, Aquarius is another way of saying it's linked to the water bearer, and and it's really just amazing that it's mostly because it's associated with being unique and mysterious in some way. But there's one other thing that a lot of people tend to forget to count on, and that is that Aquarius is one of three air signs next to Gemini and Libra. And of course, the sign is represented by the water bearer, and but you're also an air sign. And what makes this slime very special here? First of all, let's get into a more basic lowdown what this is here. This is called Cherry Fluff, and it is a cloud cream slime, and the scent is Marshmallow Cherry. So, what has all this? What has all this got to do with Aquarius being an air sign? Well, first of all, let's get into the scent of this because this is really one of the most delicious scents. And again, it smells like marshmallow cherry, and this is really, really good. But the fact that this is a cloud creme, as you probably may know, you see clouds in the sky, and a cloud is usually made out of air. And if you like to eat marshmallows, you would probably know that a marshmallow is usually made with air. So it's mostly has like that similar consistency. Like if you ever had cotton candy, this is what it would actually taste like. Almost biting into a cloud actually. So this is really, we're really getting into a huge element right here. So it's definitely onto something, right? So everything that has been associated with the air element and how it entails us in everyday life. It's basically just a way of letting everything go. And according to this card here, says here, you can be a bit sensitive about your opinions. So it says here to give your cherry fluff a nice squeeze before you react if someone doesn't agree. So when it comes to being born an Aquarian, you have a more welcoming side. to life, but you can be somehow like, and for some reason, objective. So we Aquarians usually have a way with words, and some words must be carefully chosen because they do have the power to make someone feel good or bad. Yet we do know that, coming back to this idea of the air element, we can be more at ease and be more mindful about how we approach ourselves and how we approach others, both in and out of where we are. And speaking of which, because we're associated with how we take in air physically and mentally, we breathe air, we sometimes feel it, and we can even see through air, which is pretty odd, but it's actually true. So, does the air feel like chilly and breezy, or warm and humid, depending on wherever you are? So basically that is the idea of being an Aquarian, as you know. And it's also, have you ever thought about the solar system? If you were born an Aquarian, you would be ruled by the planet Uranus, which basically turns on its vertical axis. And sometimes with that said, it means that you could be a little more rebellious. And sometimes you want to be able to have other people loosen up on their rules a little bit. And that's perfectly normal because everybody has their own personal opinions and feelings about what they want and how they feel about things that usually tend to bring them discomfort. So if you ever have a slime like this, or if you intentionally bought this Aquarius box for yourself, you may want to give this one a little bit of a, I almost thought I stained my eye. A little bit of a stretch and pull, a little bit of a squeeze through, just to release all of the resistance to lash out. And yet sometimes we just need to argue, and that's normal. We always tend to argue, but we need to learn how to do so without being super aggressive. And that's what the air sign is really all about. We tend to be objective, but we also need to learn how to feel more lighter and find our true inner sense of calm, inner peace, and pure mindfulness as we go along about in the rest of our day. So I'm just going to give these last few seconds of this beautiful slime here. Again, it's a cloud cream, and in the beginning it has swirls of red and a little bit of a pastel coral. And then as you mix it, it's going to turn to more of like a solid, more like a neonish red. And this really smells so good, like Marshmallow Cherry. So I'm definitely going to leave you with all that has been said to you. And I'm going to leave you with a few affirmations and several words of wisdom for you to live by here. Basically, you could say things like, I am mindful, and I am mostly personally objective, but I learned to set myself more freely, more at ease, and like air, I move lightly and more peacefully as I learn to express my feelings without aggression. And I just want to say thank you to Slumu Institute for providing me with the Aquarius box as part of my Zodiac slime session project. And thank you all so much for tuning in. And as we take our final breaths in together, just keep in mind that we don't want to lose control over the little things that may seem to feel like out of our own control here. So we just want to make sure that we keep the peace here and learn to go with the flow here. Thank you all for tuning in again, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take good care, everyone. Namaste.